Hello and welcome to the LaoisToday QuizCast in association with our sponsors, the Square Bar in Portlaoise. I'm your host and Quiz Master Mark Comerford, along with my lovely assistant for the evening, Alan Hartnett. This is a straight knockout competition where 16 contestants face off in 8 round 1 games, with the winners advancing to the quarterfinals. All ties in round 1 and the quarterfinals will be recorded here on Zoom, with the semi-finals and the grand final taking place live in the Square Bar. All contestants, regardless of how they get on, will receive a LaoisToday goodie bag, the details of which are still being finalised by Stephen, and I'm being told that there is a top prize for the winner. So, best of luck, lads. Our first contestant was the secretary when Portarlington footballers won their famous 3 in a row. He'll be hoping to keep the winning tradition going tonight. It's Darren Bracken. He's
Do I say
typing
hello?
away there.
Thanks,
Contestant number 2. Contestant number 2 is a great man for the bet, and he'll be hoping the odds are in his favour tonight. It's Courtwood's Brian Hogan.
What's the crack?
All right, lads, one last bit of business before we get started.
No cheating, Brian.
Pretty much. This is a quiz based on trust. So please, no phones, no conferring, and answers in a timely fashion. This is a round 1 encounter, which means our quiz has 4 questions with a score of 10 points. So we'll go in alphabetical order here, and I'll ask Brian to pick. Do you want questions A or B?
I always go with B.
B.
That's because you play
B
B
it
the
is.
whole way.
Right.
Is this
Round 1. Round 1 is the Golden Goose. So I'm going to give you each a set of names. That could be players or cities or whatever. And a category. So, for example, who's won the most All-Irelands? The correct answer here is worth 2 points. However, if you give me the most wrong answer, our ugly duckling, you lose a point. Okay, so it'll all become clear as we start playing. Brian, question 1. Who has won the most NBA championships out of these 4 teams? Is it the Chicago Bulls, the Golden State Warriors, the Miami Heat, or the New York Knicks? So, which of those 4 teams has the most NBA championships?
I'll go with the Chicago Bulls.
It's not the Chicago Bulls, but you're in luck. That's not our ugly duckling. The correct answer was the Golden State Warriors. They had 7, the Chicago Bulls 6, Miami Heat 3, and the New York Knicks would have cost you a point with 1. So you stay on 0.
Yeah.
Darren, let's see if you can go one better. Your answers are your questions equally difficult. I have. Who have won the most Super Bowl titles? Is it the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Dallas Cowboys, the Denver Broncos, or the Green Bay Packers? Pittsburgh Steelers, Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos, Green Bay Packers.
Gonna go with the Broncos.
Denver Broncos is our ugly duckling. That's -1. They've only won 3. The Packers have 4, Cowboys have 5, and it's the Steelers we were looking for there with 6. So,
Jeez, Mark, you could have threw a dice there and asked us what would come up. I say we would have had a good chance.
Well, we'll see if round 2 suits you a bit better. Round 2 is our Han leash round. This is a lot more simple. It's a leash-based question, 1 question, 1 point for correct answer, and no negative mark. So, Brian, to get off the mark, tell me, what club has won the most leash intermediate football championships? There's 2 possible answers here because 2 separate clubs are on the same amount. They're tricky tonight, lads.
I saw Manmans win a lot of them, so I'll go with them.
Clonaslee St. Manmans is correct.
Hey.
Clonaslee and Ballylinen have won 6 apiece, so either would have been the correct answer. So we're off the mark. Darren, your leash-based question. Camross have won more Laois Senior Hurling Championships than any other club, but how many have they won?
Fuck. Is it 30 or 31 after that Sunday?
So close. So close. It's 27.
I was going to say 25. I was 25. I thought I'd seen 30. I read 30.
Few more years. So you're still on -1, only 2 points behind. Now, round 3 is our reeling in the years round. So each one of you is going to get a separate year, but the same questions. So I'm going to give Brian 2017, and I want you to give me the 3 winners, or sorry, the 3 answers here. So, question 1, who did the British and Irish Lions face in 2017? Who were the Premier League champions? And who was the hurler of the year?
Right. Joe Canning was hurler of the year. Chelsea won the Premier League. I know the great Paul Allen was at every home match that season. And the Lions, I'm going to guess New Zealand, but it's 1 and 3. So
Good guess. It's a good guess. It is New Zealand in the drawn series in 2017. Chelsea did win the Premier League. Conte was the manager. Spurs finished second. And Joe Canning was the hurler of the year. So that's all 3 there. Moves you on to 4 points.
Well done, Brian. Well done. Very impressive.
That was a quick quiz after 2 rounds.
Geez, you're not going yet there, Darren.
The boys in fucking Poland are giving him the answers behind him. Billy's there texting him and back on him.
Well, Mick's sitting here right in front of me, and Liam's here. I've Hatch Finley in the shoelace. They're holding up boards here in front of me.
It's not lip syncing competition now. It's a quiz.
Darren, your year is 2009.
Oh yeah, Jesus.
I want all the same ones. Who did the British and Irish Lions face? Who won the Premier League? And who was the hurler of the year?
Oh, really 17.
$50-50, Darren.
2009, British and Irish Lions.
I think Australia was the 2009 one, was it?
One, I'll take the Premier League.
United.
And the hurler of the year.
2009. Kenny won. Shefflin. I think Kenny won that year, didn't
they? They did, but that's not the correct. You've only got 1 point there from Man United. So the Lions faced South Africa in Ronan O'Gara's infamous penalty.
South Africa. I was fucking trying to work back.
And Tommy Walsh was hurler of the year.
That's what it was.
That puts you on 1 point out of that round, bringing you up to 0. Now, there is one more part of that round. That's our bonus question. This is optional, so you don't need to take it. It is a random question from your year. If you get it right, it's a point. If you get it wrong, however, you lose a point. So, Brian, do you want to take a risk? You're on 4. Darren's on 0.
I won't take the risk.
No. I didn't
oh,
think
he's
so.
no fun. He's no fun. Jesus Christ.
That's why he win nothing.
The only person who hasn't taken the bonus question was our biggest winner, Barry McAvoy, so far.
That's right, yeah.
That might be a sign. That might be a sign. Darren, do you want to have a go at a bonus question from 2009?
Sure, I'll have to, for Jay's sake. Need to get.
You'll have to. It's the only way you can win or stay in it is by getting this question right. So, in 2009, which Irish jockey won Cato Star, or rode Cato Star to win Cheltenham Gold Cup?
Ruby Walsh.
It was Ruby Walsh.
It was.
It was Ruby.
It was.
I was going to say, Brian would know about fucking right. You haven't got a clue about
Yeah.
what's right.
That's why I was laughing. I said,
That's the look of the draw. So we've a head-to-head round here now. This is where we're going to flip the phones vertically, lads. So I want you to give me the answers in the chat box. You're getting the same questions for this round. This is all the answers are numbers. Okay. So 1 point for each answer. And we're going to start off. How many Irish golfers have played in the Ryder Cup since it became Europe versus the USA in 1979?
We send it to you now, yeah?
Yeah.
It was every 2 or 4 years back then.
Good question. I didn't look that far into it.
Because the lines used to be 2 and then it went 4. So it was the Ryder was every 2 years the Ryder Cup is now, isn't it?
It is now anyway, yeah. I don't know what it was back in.
One thing here though, Mark. Are we talking about the 32 counties or lads that fly the tricolour?
We are talking about 32 counties.
Golf is a 32 county sport like cricket and rugby. Yeah.
And unless I specify otherwise, if I say Ireland, I mean the 32 counties.
So it's just a random guess. Oh, Jesus.
Brian has given his answer and he's patiently waiting here.
I'm going to say it.
Do I get a go? Can I get a go at this now? As your lovely assistant.
You can throw your hat in the ring, yeah.
Throw my hat in the ring.
You can play the message me if you want, Alan.
Yeah, I tell you. Have the boys answered? Have they?
The boys have both answered yet. So I'll let you answer there before I give it away.
Well, I'd imagine it's Harrington, Lowry, McDowell, McGinley. Outside of that, then Darren Tark, Christy O'Connor maybe probably played in one. I don't know.
Even if you've done 3 or 4, it only counts as one.
Oh no, it only counts as one. Yeah, it's the amount of golfers.
Yeah, I thought you knew the answer there, Alan. The way you popped in there with your
no, I don't. Right,
you're only showing
Go
off.
on. Yeah, I'm only showing off. Go on, give the answer.
Way off, so.
So Darren has said 18. Brian has said 7, and Brian is on the money. It is 7.
Lucky
7
number
Irish
7.
golfers.
How many did I name? I didn't name them all, did I?
You named 6. You missed 1, and I forget who it was. Not important. I'll text you later. All right, lads. Question number 2. How many Ireland caps does Jamie Heaslip have? That's rugby for anybody who doesn't know. Jamie Heaslip.
It has to be on the money or the close you get if no one gets it right?
No, it's the closest. If nobody gets it bang on the money. Usually these questions aren't bang on the money, so I'm very impressed with Brian getting 7 correct there.
I thought it was like every year, so like McGinley, if he didn't play 3 times.
You were multiplying them up.
Yeah.
So we have an answer from Brian. And he's not a million miles out. And Darren's not a million miles out either. So Darren says 87. Brian says 98. The correct answer is 95. So Brian squeaks that one there.
I knew he went.
Much closer affair than that.
Yeah, I knew he'd have run.
All right. So this is going to be our last question of the evening. No need for a tiebreaker. How many gold medals have Ireland won at the Olympic Games? That's Darren has an answer in there.
I'm sure if Darren's answered and may count out loud. Kelly Harrington, the 2 rowers this year.
Jeez, I forgot about the boxers.
Katie Taylor won one. Michael Crout.
I completely forgot about the boxers.
Are we counting swim? Is Michelle Smith counting?
Michelle
Her
Smith
medals
is
still
counted.
count. Yeah, they still
But
stand.
do I count her as 3 then?
She has as many medals as you can.
We're about 10 now, is it?
That's 7.
I left out that, Mark.
Keane O'Connor was stripped in 04, wasn't he?
He was stripped. The horse was stroked. Yeah.
I'll go with that. Maybe those ones in the 50s or 60s.
So what's your final answer then?
7.
It's 11.
11, right. Who are the other ones?
But I haven't got the list of them in front of me. I'm very sorry, but you're right. Most of them were back. There was 4 of them from athletics in like the 30s or something.
So I was the closest.
You do know, Mark. We always make a rule when there's a quiz. You can't ask a question you didn't know when you woke up that morning.
I tell you, this will be a very short quiz, lad.
Do you know when a quiz comes and someone asks whatever? But no.
That's a good policy. I like that one.
Yeah,
Jesus. If you like it so much, you can be the quiz master for the quarterfinals, Alan.
I know.
So, well, that leaves a final score of Brian on 7 and Darren on 1.
Do I not get one for that 10 I just got for the Olympics?
Yeah, well, the 1 and the 0 now. If anybody else could see it, there'd be a smile on it, all right. But I'm not going to give it to you. No, for the integrity of the quiz now, I don't think it'd be best if I gave you the free.
I'll give him it.
Very charitable of him there. Very charitable.
We'll adjust the score and so we'll make it 6-2. Barry McAvoy will be delighted to hear that. That'll mean he's still our highest winner in the ground.
4-2, we'll say.
I
want to get a prize on myself now by the quarterfinal.
So we're
point shaving now.
You see, having a close contact.
Exactly. Always get a good handicap.
Well, there'll be lads gunning for you now in the quarterfinals, Brian. You're safely through to the last 8. Darren, commiserations. We do have a potential backdoor. If anybody pulls out, we are likely to give you a call in the future just to see if you're available. And we might have a little bit of fun on the night for a little bit of a B championship, as Alan has been using since he got eliminated. So let's see how we go with that.
Is it true the winner has a free bar tab in the Square Bar for the whole of December?
I heard the winner and the quiz host are getting a bar tab for December.
I heard that, yeah.
Well, we'll pass that on to Stephen. I'm sure Annan will let him know.
Because that's Ballarone. Sure, Mick Scully won't let me in either because we fucking bet them last year in the quarterfinal. So whatever way you look. I don't feel too bad now, Alan, if you got bet anyway, so that's not too bad.
I didn't just get bet. I got absolutely humiliated by a 17-year-old, so there's no coming back from where I am.
I knew Brian when he said wherever he was ready. He's been studying, and the lies about London. He was over in London when going into libraries, looking at all the sports books. He's a fucker.
Yeah. I tell you, Darren, I wish I was. The fear I woke up there Sunday and Monday morning, I wish I was in the library the night before.
Fair play to you. You know,
if anyone from Laois saw me in London during the week, they didn't. That was what it looked like. It was my uncle. I don't know if we can say his name for whatever reasons, but we'll say it. It was my uncle Blackie must have been over there. I wasn't there, whatever harm was done.
You see the way when you win the toss, you get the easy. It's like Larry Hogan. The questions didn't suit you.
Just didn't suit you. Okay, we leave it there, lads. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Mark.
Smudgy, I'll see you in the Anvil some night soon.
Well done, Brian. Best luck and rest of it. Cheers, Al. Cheers, Mark.
You can be phone a friend for the final.
Chase is going the way I went tonight. I wouldn't ask anyone.
Thanks very much, lads.
Horses for courses. But look, see you.
Cheers,
bye.
Bye.